Welcome to episode 157, How to Get Dressed Effortlessly Every Day. Do you struggle to put together even one outfit and wonder how some women can look fabulous all the time? I'm diving deep into my vault of knowledge to give you all the goods so you can experience the joy of effortless dressing for yourself. But first, is your style in need of a jumpstart? Then I have just the thing for you. Find Your Signature Style is my flagship course, and it is a culmination of everything I have been teaching my clients for 14 years. This course gives you exactly what you need to build the foundation for your style, to build your wardrobe, to learn how to love shopping, and to fall in love with your style. Whether you feel like you don't have a style, you've lost your style, or your style just needs a little bit of a jumpstart, this is exactly the course for you. Designed to give you all the elements you need in 3 simple steps. We make finding your style as easy as 1, 2, 3. Click the link in the show notes or go to findyoursignaturesstyle.com and get ready to rock your style today. Welcome to Style by Mary Michele, a podcast designed to empower you through personal style. I'm your host, Mary Michele Nidifer, a master style coach, founder of Style Finder Boutique, and creator of the Style Finder ID system. I'm here to help you know what to wear, how to wear it, and how to get dressed in 7 minutes or less. Let's go. Hey, gorgeous. How are you? I just want to remind you that you are beautiful no matter what. I don't know what kind of day you're having so far, but you are beautiful. So high five yourself in the mirror because you are awesome. Now, today we're going to talk about effortless dressing because there is a lot to be said about effortless dressing. And I wanted to let you know that effortless dressing is not truly effortless. Now, I feel that there is a little bit of mystique around certain women who always have great style. And I feel that women think that, oh, she just rolls out of bed and looks like that. But for a lot of women, there is work behind it. It's not truly effortless. And I found that when you know the recipe, the secret sauce, when you know what you're doing, when you know what things to pay attention to, it does almost feel effortless because you're not in a rut. And I know if you ever are in a rut, it seems like, oh my gosh, you've got to climb the mountain to get to the goal. And it just seems hard. But when you make those small tweaks, those small adjustments every once in a while, that's when you keep things on point. That's when you know, hey, I got it going on. If you ever feel like you don't have it going on, you know what to do. You know what to tweak. You know what's missing. And so you're not that far off. But if you let things go and you fall into a slump, you fall into a rut, then, well, you might wake up and feel like, oh, I've got a long way to go. Well, first of all, I will tell you that you're not that far. If you feel like you're in a rut, you're not that far off because we all have our moments, right? I actually posted a picture on Instagram. I did a podcast interview the other day, and somebody asked me, the interviewer asked me, she said, do you ever have days where you just don't get dressed? Like, do you feel that you can just go casual and let your hair hang out or whatever, let your hair down, I guess I'm trying to say. And I thought about that for a minute. I thought, of course there are days where I don't get up and do my makeup. And today is one of them. I did not do my makeup today or yesterday because this weekend we just spent a lot of time around the house. I have some big projects I'm working on. I am painting I've got this little nook off our bedroom and I painted 2 walls white. I'm going to be showing like a little before and after makeover on the Style by Mary Michele podcast Facebook group. So keep an eye out for that because I have shot some videos back there and it's fine, but it wasn't like anything special. And so actually, I'm almost embarrassed to admit this, but a year ago, right after Christmas last year, I bought this really cool wall it was like a closet organizer, but it's with shelves and it is connected to the wall. And so I painted the wall this past weekend, and we're going to put that thing, the closet organizer, in there. And that's going to be my backdrop. But this closet organizer weighs about 500 pounds. I kid you not. When they delivered it, it was on a pallet. And so my son offered to put it together for me. And I just said, not by yourself. You need help. So he and Big Daddy are going to be putting that together for me this week. And I am looking forward to that reveal because I got my rug ordered. I got this fabulous rug. I've been doing some things downstairs. I am in the process of making over our living room. Actually, I'm going to be doing some redecorating in the whole house, but one room at a time, right? And I redid our guest bath not too long ago and posted pictures of that. And I really was happy with how that turned out. And our living room has been a work in progress because for a while it was Jim's office. And then when Allison, my stepdaughter, moved out, her bedroom was on the ground floor and he took that over and made that his office. And so I now have, it goes by different names. Allison calls it the jungle room because it's filled with plants. I call it the library because that's what I want it to be, but I don't have any shelves yet. I just got rid of a shelf that I had in there that was Jim's, but it was falling apart. So I'm going to be putting shelves in there because I want to be surrounded by books. I don't know, it's my Paris library. That's what I should call it. And it's my room. I sent my stepdaughter a picture today of what I'd done because I got a new couch. I layered some rugs. What else did I do? I actually just took down my Christmas tree and I've enjoyed having the lights up. It was an artificial tree that I had. And I took that down and I moved a small buffet in there. And it actually looks really good. It looks a lot bigger since I took the shelves out and did a few other things, just made some tweaks. I got some great lamps. One of my favorite stores lately, I should post about this. I don't really, but I should. I have fallen in love with Habitat for Humanity. And I think I'm a bohemian at heart because I love the thrill of the hunt. I love walking in there. It's like, ooh, what am I going to find? And I found 3 brass lamps. I found a pair of brass lamps. I think they were like $8 each, and they're gorgeous. They did not have shades. I have had a couple of shades I could use, but I'm going to start looking for some really nice shades for those. And then I found a third brass lamp that had a little bit of almost looks like a dark green marble on it. And I thought it was perfect because dark green, sort of a forest green. I need to come up with a shade. As soon as I pick out the shade, I'll come up with a really exact name for it. Lagoon, maybe, I don't know, just something like a deep forest green. But it's such a beautiful room and the lamps just worked. And I got this gorgeous leather couch. It looks like a Paris club couch. And it's a brown leather with studs and it just fits perfectly. And it's just nice and cozy, but it needs paint on the walls because that's just going to make a difference. And even Jim said, he walked in and he's like, yeah, you need to paint. I'm like, yep, it's on my list, which is not one of my favorite things to do. But if I have a goal in mind, then I'll make it happen. So no, I know we're not here today to hear about my decorating journey, but that's what I did this weekend. And so we just kind of hunkered down and did some home projects, and my hands are still covered in paint. I think I got paint in my hair too. But anyway, what I was saying is that when Bree asked me the other day if I ever dress down, I posted a picture on Saturday because Saturday morning I got up. I did not take a shower on Saturday. And some days I just like to do that because I'm human too. It's like, get up, get out of the house. I got stuff to do. I'll take a shower later because I knew I was going to be painting and getting grungy. And I threw on some cute leopard print leggings, a cute oversized gray cownet or sort of a turtleneck, chunky turtleneck sweater, and my brown Western boots. And I felt cute and I ran out. The only place I really went was Habitat. And just actually there I had a bunch of errands to do. So yesterday was just to kind of get it done kind of day. And then I had some creative time. And then Big Daddy and I just ended up staying home last night. I did not feel great after painting. I think the fumes got to me. And he walked 18 holes in the golf course and he was beat. So we had a chill date night at home. So, and today was just spent redecorating. So it's been a good weekend. I feel really good. I feel like I tackled some projects I really wanted to. And now we can talk about style. So let's talk about effortless style. So as I mentioned on Saturday, my casual outfit, that was me. It was still me. It still felt like me. It was fairly effortless. And I'm not going to say that my style is totally effortless because I do spend time on my style. I spend time researching things. I spend time trying things. I spend time, doing all the things I'm going to share with you today. Because when you take the right steps and you do the right things that are actually investments in your future, that's what I want you to think of these steps as. Not just wasted time. Think of it as an investment in your future, the future of your style. Because when you have your style handled, you feel confident, you feel relaxed, you feel sexy, you feel playful, you feel fun, you don't feel burdened. But if you don't have your style handled, how do you feel? Stressed, uptight. Maybe you're trying to wear things that don't really fit anymore because you didn't take the time to figure out what you need now. Maybe you're wearing something that's not right for your body type. Maybe you're wearing something that doesn't make you look good. And you feel it. You feel it. And I don't want you to have to struggle with that. I want you to know what to look for. So when you invest in your style, it pays you back in dividends. It pays you back because you walk out the door and you're like, yeah, I nailed it today. You just feel good. And then anything's a possibility. You're giving people compliments. People are giving you compliments. Your energy is so different. You carry yourself differently. I was talking about this recently on a live, and somebody was talking about, she even said, oh yeah, my husband carries himself differently when he's dressed. And like, men, it was true for men and women. It just is true. Like when we're wearing something that we know is a true representation of who we are like the fullest expression of who we're meant to be, right? That's what we're supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to happen. However, we're not just born knowing what to wear. It does take some work, but I'm going to walk you through 5 steps to help you understand what goes into having effortless style so that you can truly cultivate an effortless style of your own. Tip number 1, know your key 3. Now, if you did not listen to my podcast, episode number 156 on this past Tuesday, go listen to that. I dive into your key 3, what you need to know, and really how it all works together. But I'm going to share a little bit about that today. So your key 3, your signature colors, your body type and signature silhouettes, and your style personality. And I have an entire course. It's called How to Find Your Signature Style. I'm going to put the link in the show notes, or you can go to findyoursignaturesstyle.com and sign up for less than the price of a shirt. Honestly, for less than the price of some people spend on coffee in a week, you can grab this course that is going to unlock the keys to the kingdom, the secrets behind getting dressed, building a wardrobe that's right for you. This is your blueprint. If you don't know this information, this is what, in my opinion, all women must know before getting dressed. Know thyself. If you don't know thyself, how can you expect to get dressed? You're just guessing. Number 2, spend time cultivating your wardrobe. Now, I know some of you are going to be really challenged by this because some women love clothes. We love shopping. We love playing dress up. We love getting in our closet and looking at things and, looking at magazines and looking at influencers and just looking at all the things. And some of us are not wired that way. And there's no judgment around that. However, I want you to think about things like grocery shopping. You may not love grocery shopping, but you do it, right? You may not love pumping gas, but you do it. You may not love going to the doctor, but you do it because it helps you to have a better life. It helps you to get where you want to go or stay healthy or have food in the house. Well, just like doing these tasks that you don't love to do, I want you to find some time to cultivate your wardrobe. Maybe you start with as little as 30 minutes a week, or start with an hour a month, but set aside some time on a regular basis to cultivate your wardrobe. And that could look a lot of different ways. But what I'm going to encourage you to start with is to get into your closet and just play. Play with your clothes, play dress up if you want to. But what I encourage you to do is get in your closet and make some, what I like to call new outfits, using what you already have. Just go in there and maybe you plan out your clothes for the next few days. When you do that, I found that when you do that ahead of time, and maybe you have certain color capsule you're working with, or a certain theme, or a certain look you're trying to create, get into your closet and create 3 or 4 new outfits that you can wear in the next few days. Something as simple as that can be cultivating your wardrobe. You're cultivating what you already have. You're taking what you have and you're finding new ways to wear it. So I'm going to challenge you to get in your closet and find new ways to wear things that you already own. Now, cultivating your wardrobe could also mean, if you want to go to the next level, if you want to spend a little bit, maybe you start planning the outfits and you say, hey, what else? What else can I do? Maybe you on your lunch hour or on the weekend, you get out and you go shopping. You go into a boutique, you try some things on. Or you get online and you do some online shopping. I love to shop online. No, I don't always buy. A lot of times I'll have like tons of things in my shopping cart, shoes, whatever. And then I just close it out. I'm like, yeah, not really today. Not feeling it. But it's fun to look like, what do I like? What do I not like? What do I want to wear? And just to see what's out there. And so start cultivating your wardrobe in whatever way comes naturally for you. So get into your wardrobe, make some new outfits, and then get out there and see what's available. What are people showing now? What's even a possibility? Now, tip number 3, refresh your closet. I've talked so much about closet clarity and getting in and cleaning out your closet. I do encourage you at least twice a year to get into your closet and do an overhaul. I don't feel like you have to pull out every single thing. I want to make it simple for you. I don't want you to be overwhelmed. Now, I do have a whole podcast about how to gain clarity in your closet, and I will link to that in the show notes. But when you get in and you refresh your closet regularly, so I like to do a big purge twice a year, usually in the spring and the fall, a big purge. But when you regularly refresh it, and what that could look like is once a month or once a week, you could get in and pull out 5 items you're not wearing anymore. Maybe you go in, you sort, you color coordinate. What I do when I get into a closet is I put likes with likes, all the tanks together, all the short sleeves together, all the long sleeve shirts together, all the dresses together. And so you could do that a little bit at a time. And sometimes just refreshing your closet is whipping it back into shape. I know sometimes my closet looks like a hot mess. If I've been making new outfits, if I brought some new things in, I'm like, oh, I've got stuff everywhere. And then, okay, I need to refresh it. So whatever your closet needs, but you refresh your closet regularly. It's not just this big jumble of clothes that you don't know where anything is, and you continue to wear the same things over and over and over. And your other stuff goes untouched because it's like a hot mess. That's not what you want. You want to get to know your closet, get to know your clothes. Because when you do, then you know, oh yeah, that doesn't fit me anymore. Oh yeah, it's time for that to go. Oh yeah, I forgot I had this and I absolutely love it. It really will help you. All right, tip number 4, find new sources of style inspiration. Women who look like they have an effortless style are always tweaking it. They're always looking at, ooh, what's coming out? What's on trend? What are the influencers doing? What am I seeing everywhere? They're making small tweaks. When you continually have new sources of style inspiration, and you're changing things up. You're not just doing the same thing the same way over and over and over. You're making small tweaks. Ooh, maybe I'll try some different shoes. Maybe I'm going to wear sneakers with that look. Maybe I'm going to do my hair differently. Maybe I'm going to wear a different lip color. I saw this influencer wearing wide leg jeans and I really liked it. Maybe I'm going to bring those in. It helps you to have a fresh perspective. And it gives you a source of inspiration. And I tell you what, it can really breathe new life into your wardrobe. I've done some different things in my closet recently, and I'm going to be talking about that on a future podcast. And it's really changed how I feel about my style. It's really made my way of dressing a little bit more effortless. And I've really kind of honed in. I kind of went through this little bit of a rebirth of my style. And it's continuing to shift. But because it's like I've found that once you know what you want to wear, it's like decorating. You can't just snap your fingers and boom, it's done. It takes a while because then if you know what you want to wear and you have it in your head, well, now I've got to find it. Maybe it's on back order. Maybe it's going to take a little while for it to get to me. Maybe I need to take some time to actually go find it. It doesn't just happen. It's a cultivation of your style. But when you have fresh sources of style inspiration, maybe that inspires you to, when you go back to number 2, when you're in your wardrobe putting together new outfits, it inspires you to put things together in a new and different way. It helps you to keep it fresh. And if you're always making those tweaks, then it's going to be rare that you wake up and you're in a rut. And if you have new sources of inspiration, then you've always got style ideas, which helps you. Say you have a new idea for wearing t-shirts and blazers, and you go in and you make 4 different looks, and then you pair them with your pants, your jeans, your skirts, and then you pick out your shoes. And so okay, this week, here's what I'm wearing. And it was inspired by some influencer, or was inspired by somebody you saw on a recent trip. And then you feel like you've got a new look. You're using what you already had, and you've helped yourself out because you've planned your style in advance. That's a huge, huge piece right there. And then number 5, reevaluate your key 3. Now, I know I talked a lot about your key 3. Your key 3 are your key 3. Will they ever change? They can absolutely change. Why? Because, your coloring is constantly changing. We're always losing pigment. We lose pigment from our skin, our hair, and our eyes. Maybe we change our hair color. Actually, I posted something on Instagram the other day and somebody responded that she liked to change her hair color frequently. Well, if you do that, if you go from blonde to black to purple to green to who knows what, then, every time you change it, different colors are going to look a different way. That means constantly reevaluating. Your body will change. I know you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you gain weight, you lose weight, your bust line gets bigger, your middle gets bigger. I know so many women are challenged with that right now. Maybe your arms have gotten a little bit heavier. Something's shifted with your body, and not only your size has changed, but your body type has changed. So yes, reevaluate. What are your signature silhouettes now? Maybe you used to be an hourglass and now you're an apple. Okay, no more fit and flares for you. Reevaluate. Sometimes elegant acceptance is what's needed right here to embrace where you are right now. But when you can reevaluate and say, you know what, I'm really not the same shape I used to be. I need different cuts right now. And then reevaluate your style personality. My style, I'm dramatic, romantic, and honestly, 14 years ago, I thought I was whimsical, which I was. And I still have a little bit of whimsical in there, but now I'm more dramatic, romantic, and classic. My style has shifted a little bit. What's important to me, first and foremost, hasn't changed. My primary word, my secondary word have not changed. My supporting word has definitely changed. I think it's gone from whimsical to sporty to now classic. I think a lot of that has to do with both my lifestyle and my age. But classic, I resonate a lot more with classic now than I ever have. And so reevaluating, where am I right now in my journey? What's my body type? Has my coloring changed? Reevaluating your key three. So start with knowing your key three, but know that it could change. It could change. I always say style is never a one and done. You're never done with your style. It's always a journey. But when you're constantly reevaluating your key three and you're going through these steps, step number one, know your key three. What's your key three right now? But don't be married to that because it can change. Number two, spend time cultivating your wardrobe. Plan your outfits. That is key for effortless dressing. And I'm going to tell you a secret. When you plan your outfits, oftentimes you take the time to find the right accessories, to find the right shoes, to do things in a different way. And that's how you're going to look effortless. That's how you're going to look fabulous. And that's how you're going to be walking out the door feeling relaxed, feeling like you have it going on. All right, number three, refresh your closet. Effortless women have a fabulous closet at the ready at any given point in time. I want you to do the same. Number four, find new sources of style inspiration. Somebody you can rely on, somebody you can resonate with, somebody you can go back to over and over and over again. Somebody on Instagram, maybe you come follow us at Style Finder. Maybe you have other influencers. I've got some great influencers that I follow on Instagram. And one of these days I'm going to bring them on the podcast because I think that would be a lot of fun. But it could be magazines, it could be print, it could be friend, whatever it is. It could be a store, a brand, anything. It could be colors. But when you find new sources of style inspiration, it keeps it fresh. And then number five, reevaluate your key three. Because just because it used to be one way doesn't mean it's always that way. Go through these 5 steps and then continue, cultivate, reevaluate, reassess, update, refresh. It doesn't have to be hard, but it does take that knowing, that paying attention, that tweaking, that playing with. Because when you have effortless style, it just means that you're in touch with who you are and with what works for you right now. And what works for you right now may not work for you in 6 months or a year. And so continuing to go through these steps, because right now they can be baby steps, but if you don't pay attention, they might turn into big, giant leaps. And then it feels hard. And I don't want it to be hard for you. I want it to be so simple and effortless, truly. Ladies, I hope you enjoyed these steps. Come over and join me at Style by Mary Michele podcast Facebook group. And let me know what you thought about this, because I want to hear what you want to hear. I want to hear what you think. I want to hear what you loved. I want to hear what you want to hear more of. So come on over, share with me, and also go leave me a review. Tell me what you want to hear more of, and then go share this with a friend. Because the more reviews I have, the more people who can find it. And I'm here to make a big difference for a lot of women. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thanks for tuning in to Style by Mary Michele, where women come to get dressed in 7 minutes or less. If you enjoyed this podcast, I invite you to leave me a 5-star review on iTunes or wherever you're listening. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Style by Mary Michele and shop our boutique at shopstylefinder.com for the best in upscale casual apparel. Better yet, if you're in the Raleigh area, come see us. We're located in the North Hills Shopping Center, the premier shopping district in Midtown Raleigh. For details and links mentioned in this episode, be sure to see the show notes. Have a beautiful week.